And happy Monday morning. Welcome to the Forge with Fire podcast / stream, where we talk about manly things, learn from my mistakes as a husband, father, a man, talk about sports, gaming, and life in general. Learn some life lessons, hopefully, and trying out some new music this morning. I built a loop. So just trying to see what that'll do for us. It's a little tedious, mixing it all in myself. My name is Spencer Ray, Fire Squasher 357 in the Twitch world. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we have some fun this morning. Normally we take about 15-20 minutes to just talk about stuff and talk about life. This weekend was great. I got the windows open here, so my lighting is off a little bit, but I had to open it this morning. It's just, I need the sun. So, really didn't do a ton this weekend online or getting to watch much sports. The weather here in Southwest Missouri was beautiful. I mean, really, really nice. Even with the bum hand, and I tweaked my knee a little bit. I had to get outside. I did get to stream a little bit, playing Fallout with my lower character that I started recently, which is pretty fun. Still don't have a lot of followers, but getting a few views, which is really great. So if you don't mind giving me a follow, if you see this, if you're a gamer, Fire Squasher 357 on Twitch. I really appreciate it. I usually stream stuff like Fallout 76, Destiny 2, a little bit of racing, but since I don't have a steering wheel, I tried to do it with a controller, kind of stinks. But yeah, so I got to play for a little bit. But again, I didn't get to watch any sports. I did keep up with some notifications. Saw that North Carolina beat Duke, so all is well. Haven't really got to follow college basketball like I normally do, but I really, as long as North Carolina beats Duke, that's all that matters. I've been a North Carolina fan since I was 5 or 6 years old when I first realized what basketball was. Started out just liking the color, and then started realizing what it was, which was around the Michael Jordan era when he was getting ready to graduate and go into the NBA. So yeah, North Carolina beating Duke is always a big deal. In the racing world, we're getting closer to other series starting, like F1. IMSA's getting ready for Sebring at the end of the month, but NASCAR is going every weekend. They were out in Las Vegas. Normally, that's kind of a boring race. I decided to do some yard work, even handicapped right now. And get outside and get some sun. So I didn't get to watch the race, but saw that Kyle Larson won, which really made me happy. It's nice to see him come back from making a mistake, during and using a racial slur during an online iRacing event. People make mistakes. A lot of times the habit was probably already there. But they make mistakes, they, apologize for it, do everything they can to change their mentality, and then try to get back to the top of their game. So it's nice to see him being with a really good team, being able to win. So congratulations to Kyle. But he's had to do the work. He's had to work hard to get back up to it. And that's kind of what I want to hit this morning on, the more of a serious topic is getting to work. I know work looks different for everybody. Not everybody is a laborer out in, say, construction or I used to do concrete work when I was younger, but any type of, we're not all mechanics, we're not all in construction, we're not all, what we call VOTEC workers. Vocational schools, I love you guys. You guys are the hardest workers. You deserve every penny you make, and they make good money. So, side note, dads, if you have kids, you don't have to force them to go to college. If there's career paths that they want to follow, they need to go to college. By all means, invest in them, push them to go to college if they need it. But if they don't, let them find a vocation they love. If they need to go to a technical school to get some type of certification, by all means, support them. Let them do what they love. Let them be the best that they can, no matter what it is, whether it's truck driving, like I said, construction, working in a factory or with machinery, being a mechanic, whatever it is. We need trade workers and technical workers. So let them work and fulfill their dreams. They make better money than a lot of people at corporate offices. So I'm going to stop with that rant right there. But anyway, back to getting to work. You know, we live in a day and time where there are certain groups out there that want to take away from the masculinity of men and tell you it's okay to sit on your butt and do nothing. Now, I understand, and I'm going to start with this at the beginning. I understand there are men who have disabilities, who are injured, who can't work. I understand that. I feel sorry for you guys that you're in that situation, because no man really wants to be in that situation that I know. As men, we are wired to get out there and work our hardest, work our best, provide for those that we love, and have good careers and make some good money. But there are men out there that have fallen to what I would call a lie, that it's okay for men to sit on their butt and do nothing and collect money from the government or just not do anything. And like I said, it doesn't matter what your work is. I don't care if you, like I said, you work in a corporate office, you work in a trade. For those of you that are on Twitch or work on streaming platforms, if that's how you make your money, get out there and work your hardest on it. Don't stop. Because if we're not out there pushing and working and doing our best to provide not only for ourselves, but those of us that have families, that are, if we're married, have kids, guys, it's not a good situation if you're forced to live in your parents' basement while you're married or have kids. You need to be out there working as hard as you can. Like I said, I understand there's situations where you're going to go through times where you're going to have to rely on other people for help. I've been there. I've done that. When my oldest was young, we had to live with my parents for a little while we got on our feet after making some financial mistakes. Everybody goes through seasons, but if you don't have a goal to get out there, be on your own, work your butt off, have a good career, make some good money, there's an issue, which kind of brings us to our verses of the day. I've actually got a couple today that might sting a little bit for some people, but I want guys mainly to realize and look deep inside and realize how you're wired. You know what? You may be competitive at gaming, at racing, at work. We're all wired to be competitive, but if you're not doing something with it and actually getting out there and doing it, it's a problem. So both of these verses that we're hitting today are coming from the book of Proverbs in the Bible. Again, guys, I hit this a lot, but if you're not a Christian, I always say find you a good group of men, preferably some men that are Christians that will help you, give you life lessons and leadership from the Bible. I want to see everybody be a Bible-believing Christian, but I know everybody's got different beliefs, and I'm not going to pour it down your throat. But I do want to share these that hopefully will inspire you and challenge you and help you move forward. So let's start with the first one here. It comes from Proverbs chapter 6, verses 9 through 11. It says, "How long will you sleep? When will you wake up? A little extra sleep, a little more slumber, a little folding of your hands to rest. And then poverty will pounce on you like a bandit, and scarcity will attack you like a robber." So, I mean, this was pretty self-explanatory, I think. It basically says if you're lazy, if you don't want to get out of bed, if you don't want to, let's go by the old adage, the early bird gets the worm. If you're not willing to get up, work hard, and do the work, there's a good chance that scarcity and poverty is going to jump on you. You're going to run out of money. You're going to have more month at the you're going to have more days at the end of the month than you do money, and it can really affect you. So guys, again, it's time to get up off your butt and do some work. So let's jump to this next one. Again, this is from Proverbs chapter 26, verses 14 and 15. It says, like a door swinging back and forth on its hinges, so the lazy person turns over in bed. Lazy people take food into their hand, but don't even lift it to their mouth. To me, this is an extreme. Not doing anything. Just sitting there and not having a purpose. And to me, I guess the best way I say it is I feel sad for these guys, for these people, because if you don't have a vision, if you don't have a drive or a goal that you're shooting for, is this life, what are you living life for? There's got to be more to life than just sitting on the couch playing video games. Excuse me. There's nothing wrong with that, enjoying some time on games. When I play, I usually play with my kids. That's how I'm really kind of connecting with my kids right now. I helped my son build his computer. We built my computer together. My daughter really likes Destiny too, so we team up and talk and laugh and chat and have fun and have good conversations while we're playing. So there's nothing wrong with gaming during some downtime. But if it's all you're doing and it's taking up all your attention and it's affecting your work, it's affecting your ability to provide for your family, you got to ask yourself some questions. You got to think, okay, what am I living this life for? Is it just so I can do as little as possible, or is it I want to advance who I am, be better than I was yesterday, provide for those around me? Guys, what are you living life for? You got to have a goal. And I tell my kids all the time, because, teenagers in today's world can be fearful with some of the stuff that's going on. And I always tell my kids, just take a step. Make a plan to do something better than you're doing right now. Take a baby step. Move forward. Moving forward is moving forward, even if it's just a baby step. You're either moving forward or you're moving backward. So keep moving forward and take those steps. And guys, I just want to encourage you to do the same. Men are wired different than women. It's not a biblical thing. It's just a nature thing. I understand there are differences of opinion on this, but most of the men that I've met in my life, whether they were straight, gay, black, white, yellow, any color, any orientation, there's this drive that is in men to be the best they can be and be better than other men. That's all there is to it. That's the way we're wired. And so everything doesn't have to be a competition where you're fighting and hurting other men. It's more of a competition in your own mind and challenging yourself to be better. So you have to do stuff that just makes yourself better every day. One of my favorite taglines that I try to tell people is, make the world better for somebody else today. So if you go out there and do something for somebody else, even if it's somebody in your family, your kids, your parents, your spouse, get out there and do something, to change their world, make their life better. So I hope that challenges you guys. Don't be lazy. Get up, make a goal. Something to kind of stretch you. It doesn't have to be a life-changing, world-changing, I'm going to jump off a cliff and do something. Climbing a hill takes one step at a time. Take that first step. Plan out 2 or 3 steps. I'll go into this real quick. My wife and I are talking about a side gig that she's that she wants to do and has done in the past, but her career has kind of put that on the back burner. I told her this morning as we were talking, it's like, we just need to sit down, plan a meeting just for us, and plan out 3 steps. She's very crafty, does a lot with yarn, knitting and crocheting. And I told her, let's sit down and plan out your next 3 steps. We've kind of got a business name. We just need to decide, okay, are we going to keep that business name that we've used in the past, do something new? And then after we decide that, the next step is getting tax paperwork filed with the state so we can charge state tax when we sell your products. And then the third step is using a website. She's used a website called Etsy in the past. And then the third step is to make sure your account's open and ready there on the website that you're going to sell on so that we can start putting product and selling. So guys, just, you don't have to make a world changing of I'm here and tomorrow I want to be the leader, the owner, the boss, making $1 million. Figure out what the next step is. Find your sweet spot, find your passion, find something you want to do, and figure out, okay, what's going to be the first step to get me going that way? What's going to be 2 or 3 steps going that way? Just don't sit still. Don't sit on your butt. Don't be lazy. Whatever it is you're going to do, get up, challenge yourself, make a plan, even if it's just 1 or 2 steps, with the end goal in mind, because you may have to pivot and change along the path. Just get up and do it. So guys, I love you. I hope this inspires you. I hope that doesn't make you feel like I'm lashing out at you. Because sometimes we all need a kick in the pants. I do too. There are days that I just want to say, you know what, this isn't working. I'm not getting a lot of followers on my podcast, my stream. I've started a financial coaching business on the side just because I have a passion to help people with that. I'm really not picking up many clients, and a lot of the clients I'm working with right now, I'm discounting so that they can give me good reviews. So it's don't give up, keep working, even if it's not going exactly the way you want. We all need a kick in the pants sometimes. So guys, I love you. I appreciate you for listening. If you would, give me a like, a share, a follow on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Forged with Fire on Twitch, Fire Squasher 357. So yeah, please like, follow, share, spread the word. I'd really appreciate it. I hope you guys have an amazing and wonderful day. God bless.